Italy was the first European country to be hardly hit by the coronavirus, and the market has sensibly dropped since then. Since I live near Milan, I have a closer look on what's happening, and I want to give you my investment ideas, which could outperform usual benchmarks like the S&P, Euronext, etc., etc. I'll nominate a few companies, an ETF that I really like, and real estate investment ideas. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to do that. Turn on the notification bell, like the video because it's very important for the YouTube algorithm and it's free, so make sure to do that right now. And don't forget that I take suggestions, so any question, I'll answer that. Let's start with my favorite. If you haven't heard from Warren Buffett, he says he wants companies with a moat. So think about eyeglasses or sunglasses. The brand you're thinking about is probably owned by Luxottica. It's a holding company that owns Ray-Ban, Oakley, Vogue, Persol, and makes licensed glasses for any relevant brand. Armani, Bulgari, Michael Kors, Ralph Lauren, Valentino, Tiffany, and many, many more. It also owns the main glasses retailers in the US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Italy, and many more. And even where they don't own the shop, they own what's in the shop. In the world, there's no such thing as a medical device in order to see better that sells at luxury prices, except for Martin Shkreli's drugs. Luxottica later merged with French lens producer Essilor, so they have full control over the market. The European Commission investigated the deal if it would have been too much of a monopoly, but in the end they let the deal go through. Even 60 Minutes made a documentary about it, so the company has full control over the worldwide market, and I'll soon cover the amazing story of Luxottica's founder, Leonardo Del Vecchio. The company is traded both in Paris and New York, so you can decide whether to have it in dollars or euros. The next company I want to cover is Eni. It's involved in the oil extraction, refinement, and also in the gas stations in many European countries. It suffered both from the coronavirus because of the mobility stop and because of the pricing war between Russia and Saudi Arabia. The two countries are closer to a deal, and they both have interest in higher oil prices because the public accounts are almost fully dependent on commodities sales. Furthermore, when the lockdown will be over, it will probably rebound even higher. In case you're worried whether it can survive the near future, the Italian government is the majority shareholder, and the state in the past have bailed out even companies that have little to no strategic necessity like Alitalia, which I can't even remember how many times it was saved. So they won't let a strategic company like Eni fail. Furthermore, Eni has a very high dividend, so should be a good bet in the medium and long term. Another investment idea is Enel, which is the national distributor of energy. It also produces energy both in Italy and all around the globe, from Russia to the US, Canada, and even Latin America. The state is the majority shareholder in this company as well. Another utilities company with more than high dividend is Snam, which is one of the main gas distributors in Italy. The last company I want to talk about is Leonardo, which is one of the greatest companies in the defense and aerospace sector. It usually gets big commissions from Italian, American, and Middle Eastern governments. The ETF I was previously referring to and that I like the most is the Lixor Stocks Europe Select Dividend 30. I will leave the ticker in the description. It is mainly exposed to financial holdings, utilities, and real estate companies. So I would be very comfortable having my money there. For those of you that are interested in the real estate market, if you want to invest in Italy, I would tell you that you have to invest in Milan. In case you didn't know, the stock market is not in Rome, but in Milan, and basically every multinational company has its Italian headquarters in Milan or surrounding areas. Milan, despite the amid growth of Italy in the last years, has grown a lot and international investment poured in. All the best universities are here: Cattolica, Bocconi, Politecnico, etc. In 2015, we had the Expo, so the city developed for the event. A new subway line was built, and another is on the way of construction right now. So the areas that are disconnected that will receive better service will appreciate for sure. Furthermore, Milan will host the Winter Olympics in 2026, so the new Olympic Village will be built in the southern part of the city. As the news came out, the area started to appreciate as well. Milan has seen a lot of gentrification in the last years. The area of the famous Unicredit Tower used to be not that big of a deal, but it saw a complete reshapement and now is one of the wealthiest areas of the city. The area of Tre Torri or City Life is another great example. The area was used for hosting events, but it was sold and they developed 3 skyscrapers in it, a park and a retail area. Just by seeing the photos, you can understand that surrounding areas gained a lot of value in the real estate market. There are serious talks going on about the reshapement of the area surrounding the stadium and the Stadium San Siro itself, because it's an area in disuse 6 days a week, except for the day of the match. On the other side, there's a chance that Politecnico University will move all its enormous laboratories in the former Expo area, so that area could see redevelopment as well. In the end, I want to tell you about an investment method in Italian real estate that might interest you. It might sound a bit unethical at first, but you have to understand the circumstances. The first, of course, is full ownership. You buy it, you own it. The other one is called Nuda proprieta. Given the fact that more people here own their homes compared to other areas in Europe, people might not have that many liquid assets. So, since the average age is older than other areas in the world, there are a lot of old people with their homes, but they don't have liquid assets. So, in order to live more comfortably their last years, they can sell the right of ownership of the property after they die. So, they sell it and they don't pay anything in rent. Of course, the properties sold with this method are very discounted, and the buyers will be able to extract value after the former owner dies. I personally think this is not an unethical method. Many times, under this kind of listings, the age of the owner is reported to give better perspective as a matter of fact. So you could find extremely exceptional deals with this method. This is it for today. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure to do that. Since it's still a small channel, I'll take in considerations all your propositions for new videos. So let me know in the comments and let me know if you're interested in investing in Italy.